I am so delighted this exists. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my figure reviews. Currently, we are going through the Marvel Legends wave of Stilt-Man, the Build-A-Figure. Stilt-Man, of course, looking like this. Big, hefty, tall boy. Cannot wait until we get to finish that build. Look at him, looks so good. We opened up the Hand Ninja last time to get Stilt-Man's legs and check out the most popular figure of the wave, because the Hand Ninja is a builder, sort of army builder figure. This, despite the Spider-Verse figures being in this wave, this is the figure I've been looking forward to getting hold of the most. Why? Because I can't quite believe that Frogman is not only getting a figure, but is being made a figure in what will undoubtedly be a very popular wave. With the Spider-Verse guys. Oh my god, let's take a look at that bio, shall we? So, Marvel's Frogman. Eugene Patilio suits up as Frogman in a misguided attempt to restore his family's good name. He looks like a mascot. He's misguided. The packaging is making no bones about the fact that this is a weird choice for a figure. Let's get him open. Oh, Eugene. Before we look at Frogman figure, let's take a quick look at the Stilt-Man piece that comes with it. This is the left arm of Stilt-Man. Standard joints and articulation, everything. Please be careful with yours. I just gave mine a little practice bend around, and the joint at the top of the two elbow joints was really stiff, so be very careful. Can't tell if it's a paint application thing or just the style of plastic, but he comes with a gun hand and a gun. So we're getting accessories for the Build-A-Figure. There we go. He also comes with a closed fist hand as well. So Build-A-Figure's getting some options. Speaking of extra options for hands, Frogman comes with a closed fist right hand and a open-handed left hand for slightly more dynamic leaping or, just expressive display options. Oh boy, let's take a look at him. So, Eugene, some of you are thinking, right, this is a joke. And you're also thinking, he can't be a real superhero. Both things are correct. He's a real superhero for Marvel, and he is a massive joke. Frogman is, Eugene Patilio he's the second person to use, not the persona, he's the second person to be called Frogman, but he's the second person to use this technology because his dad was a villain called Leapfrog, who uses these sort of spring-heeled boots, these metallic coils that boing, bounce him like crazy, and all the technologies housed in this very cumbersome backpack. Eugene is a heavy-built fella, but it's also partially down to the fact that his suit is ultra padded, so that if he slams into surfaces or enemies while jumping around, he doesn't hurt himself too badly. But he is as ridiculous as you'd imagine. He was part of a superhero team called the Misfits for a while. And he just kind of shows up in stuff, really. He's one of those... for me, the first time I encountered Frogman was in the Spider Island event, the companion stories. There was one where some of the Avengers, including Hawkeye and Carol Danvers, were dealing with the terrorist flag smasher. And Frogman joins in to help him out and help save the day in his inimitable style, which usually involves accidentally saving the day. So, Frogman's a unique build. A bigger Marvel Legends expert can tell me whether or not the legs have been used before, but he's got big, powerful-looking legs. Usual articulation, swivel at the thigh, double joint in the knee, a little bit loose, boots swivel. Giant feet, which of course will not show up on any other figure, so hey, they spent the money to make Frogman with a unique sculpt. They move quite well. Arms are a little stiff on that one, not so much on that one. Swivel there, double joint at the elbow. The gloves don't swivel round because all the articulation is in the hands, which is fine, works out alright. Head is ball joint on a pin socket, but doesn't really move around too much anyway because it's quite a heavily sculpted head. Let's take a look at that head up close. The detail here is insane. So he's got his big old bulgy eyes and his mascot-like head. To the paint scuff. Appears to be a scuff in the paint, but that's fine. The suit's meant to be knackered anyway. I think that, what you're seeing in there, is the closest that Hasbro's going to come to doing a Batman figure. They've sort of sculpted a face in, which makes sense, because obviously on side profile you kind of want to be able to see a nose and a brow, but it's sort of a very serious looking one. I kind of would have hoped that maybe they're a bit more wide-eyed in there, like a bit goofier looking, but like just taking it in as is, like from a distance, it makes sense that you can kind of see the eyes in the mouth. It's so good. The backpack is a hollow sculpted piece, which is attached in place by pegs in the back. So I think that's reusing like a Doc Ock body mold, possibly. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, bigger Marvel Legends collectors who've been able to spend more money over the last 10 years. Is this the same body type as the Doc Ock that they did a few years ago? Seems to be. Like, because he's got the paunch, there's the things at the back, there's 4 of them, but only 2. Actually, God, yeah, it is, isn't it? There's 4 of them, but only 2 of them are built for the backpack to plug into. That is the Doc Ock body mold. That's a genius reuse. So the head and the feet are the only completely unique elements. This has probably come from something else, so maybe a Ghostbusters wave thing or something. It's attached to a rubber waist thing that does move around, but obviously don't put any strain on it. That's brilliant. I was wondering why Frogman, because that'd be a lot of money to create this sort of character, but no, they've reused the Doc Ock body mold. That's incredible. Sorry, I just had a realisation during the filming. How's about that then? So as for like dynamic poses, obviously if you're gonna have him doing anything, you're gonna have him leaping. You'll probably have him leaping using a rig or a stand. Does he look good? Does he look good in action? Or does he look goofy? Well, actually, boing, he looks both. Which, if you ask me, is completely appropriate for Frogman. Frogman! This is a really well-made figure. Costume detailing is simple and fun. It's ridiculous, and I'm super happy with it. If you too have Frogman, let me know what you think of him. If you still can't quite believe this is real, let me know down below. And as always, if you would like to pick up a toy for me to review and to get a shout out, Amazon link is down in the description. You're under no obligation to do so. I'll always review stuff I get in anyway, but if there's some on there in particular you're like, yeah, I'll buy you that, why not? Then I'd greatly appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I do toy reviews here from time to time, mostly a game repost channel. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Eugene, out!